What's up, guys? Welcome back to East Garage. Here's the engine bay all painted and finished. I gotta put another layer on that. I thought it would be fine, but I guess I don't know what happened. I missed a couple spots, but that's fine. I'll just put a coat on it before I leave today. But everything else came out real good. Shiny, nice, glossy, good. Today I'm gonna sort through the wiring harness and degrease a couple things on the motor so I can get a really good, nice coat of paint on it. Just because I did a real shit job and I want to fix that up. Definitely put like a nice layer on it. I'm going to pull off all the coolant hoses and stuff. Get in there real good. Clean up around the valve cover and stuff with brake clean and degreaser. Try and just make the motor look as good as I can before we get ready to put it in. But yeah, so that's what's on today's agenda. We're basically just going to be cleaning up the wiring harness and the motor. Be right back. I used the degreaser and brake clean on this, so it's starting to loosen up some of the gunk. Now I'm going to hit it with this wire wheel and see how that works. So after hitting with the first round, it's starting to clean up pretty quick. This was just one round of the wire wheel, and then a little bit more brake clean and wiping it down and hitting with a toothbrush. I'll do it 2 or 3 more times and see how clean we can get it. Next I'm going to pull these off because that definitely will give me some more room. I just wanted to see how clean I could actually get the back of the trans. So now we'll see what we can do with the front, because I did not think that one run through would get it that clean, but we'll see. Start pulling off these coolant hoses, super easy. I was just being lazy. I thought it was going to be hard to get in there, but it's only hard when like the motor's assembled in the car. Super easy when the motor's out here on jack stands. So we'll pull off some of these hoses. And that's it. So all the coolant hoses are off, so now I definitely have a way better shot at it. I think I might even pull the thermostat housing off because it does have some minor leaks and I can't find them. I'm going to pull that off and see if I can figure out what's leaking on it. But, so I'm working in here with a toothbrush because all these tight little corners are harder to get with the wire wheel, but the toothbrush gets them actually pretty good. So I got to do a couple more layers of degreaser and brake cleaner, and then I'm going to try and put a coat of paint on this again and see what I can do once I get rid of all this gunk. But this is still the first run through, so we'll see how clean we can get it. 2 rounds deep, it's starting to clean up. All the corners are starting to get ungunked. I actually hit this side with a wire wheel. Just cleaned it up a little bit. I got to clean up there. It's just the first run through. It's not perfect, but it's cleaning up a little bit better than I thought. And then once I do one more round on this, I'll put a coat on it and I'll start organizing this harness while it dries. So here we are right now. Put a small layer on the transmission because it's hard to work in here when you start painting, because it's like it starts to cloud the room and it's hard to breathe. So I just put a really light coat on it. Starting to separate the harness. I got all the engine accessories over here, the body harness over there. It's slowly coming apart. I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut anything. I haven't really ever pulled apart a harness yet, but it seems like it's gonna fully separate, but I'm not entirely sure, especially since this wiring harness was tucked on the other car, so it was lengthened at one point. So I'm not sure exactly how difficult it's going to be to fully separate it, and I'm getting closer and closer. It is a pretty big pain though. But yeah, be right back. Alright, so the engine harness is over there. It's starting to really separate out now. Slowly but surely. It's definitely a headache. I can see why no one would ever want to do this unless they were forced to, but it's slowly coming together. Put another coat on the transmission. It's starting to clean up pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to work at this a little more and then I'll be back with a little update. Alright, so today was super productive. This is the whole engine harness, nothing else. The body harness is completely ripped apart. That's the whole body harness right there. Put one more layer of paint on there, painted the transmission. Yeah, I think that's about it for today, but definitely got everything that I needed done for today. So next we ripped the existing wiring harness out of the car and get it ready for starting to slide this wiring harness in a little bit, hook it up to the fuse box, and then once we have this side of the wiring harness in the car and it's and the engine harness is going to be hanging in the engine bay, we'll then lift the car up and put it up to the motor. But for right now, this is where we are. Thanks for watching, guys.